All right, let's start with the latest on the world's largest democratic election that's happening in India. Voting has begun for phase 4 of the Lok Sabha elections, covering 96 constituencies spread over 9 states and a union territory. Polling takes place in 13 seats in Uttar Pradesh, 11 in Maharashtra, 8 each in Madhya Pradesh and Bengal, 5 in Bihar, 4 each in Odisha and Jharkhand, and 1 in Jammu and Kashmir. A total of 1,717 candidates are in fray for the 4th phase of general elections. In this phase, over 19 lakh polling officials are deployed across 1,92,000 polling stations. Voting begins at 7 a.m. and will end at 6 p.m. Upon completion of phase 4, polling will be finished in 23 states and union territories. Voting also began for all the 175 assembly seats of Andhra Pradesh and 28 assembly seats of Odisha. All 25 Lok Sabha seats of Andhra Pradesh also will go to polls on the same day in the 4th phase of Lok Sabha elections, along with 4 parliamentary seats of Odisha. All right, to get more on the 4th phase of polling, we're joined in by reporters from different parts of the country. Akshay Dongre is joining us from Secunderabad, and Amit Mukherjee is joining us from Ujjain in Madhya Pradesh, and Yogesh Sheetal is joining us from Maharashtra. Good morning, all three of you, and thank you for joining in on on DD News Live. Let's go across to Akshay first. Akshay, good morning. When we talk of Secunderabad, then a Congress BJP stronghold, we could call it, and it is set for a 3-way contest, but also BJP is aiming for a hat-trick. Let us get more from you. How is the poll contest, poised there? And also let us get more from you. It's just 5 minutes past 7, and it's too early to talk about the voter turnout, but let us get from you, what are you picking up from the ground?
Well, a very good morning to you as well, Preeti, and to all of our viewers. Right now, we are outside the polling booth where the BJP candidate for Hyderabad, Madhvi Lata, is going to cast her vote as well. And as you can see, voters have in fact started to come out, and they have started to in fact go inside the polling booth as well. As far as this polling booth is concerned, here in the Secunderabad constituency. Now, as far as the contest here is concerned, we have some bigwigs contesting from here. G. Kishan Reddy, the former union minister, or rather he's also serving right now. He's contesting from here against the Congress candidate that has been pitted by the Congress party, Dhanam Nagender. In fact, from the BRS, we have another strong candidate from the state who is contesting the polls. So while it used to be, a stronghold for the Bharatiya Janata Party, in fact, G. Kishan Reddy won with a huge margin last time around. It remains to be seen that what exactly is going to be the decision of the people of Secunderabad constituency. This is a contest that is headed for a tough fight between the Bharatiya Janata Party and the Bharat Rashtra Samiti this time around, because the Congress candidate, according to a lot of people here in the constituency, may not have that chance of winning as far as against bigwigs like G. Kishan Reddy is concerned. Yes, the contest is going to be tough. In fact, there is also a very interesting fact about the Secunderabad constituency, that in Hyderabad, where all 17 seats are going for polls, this is the seat from where highest number of candidates are contesting. In fact, 45 candidates are contesting from Secunderabad constituency, and that is going to be quite interesting to see that how the votes will be divided rather in these 45 candidates, because this is perhaps one of the highest number of candidates in the country as well, as far as the polling procedure is concerned. So here in Secunderabad, in some time, Madhvi Lata, the candidate of the BJP from Hyderabad constituency, will be coming and casting a ballot as well. But if we can see, then early in the morning, the voters, in fact first-time voters, also have started to come out and exercise their right here at the polling booth that has been set up. And a few very interesting things that have been witnessed here is the fact that the polling booths that have been set up in Hyderabad, in Secunderabad, in fact in Telangana, have certain things very unique. As far as the amenities are concerned, all facilities have been made. The polling booths have been set up in a way that people do not have to stand in long queues. As if you can see on your left hand side, people are taking selfies, people are in fact clicking pictures of casting their ballot. We'll try and speak to some of them and try to understand, try to get those voters if we can but it seems that they're walking away now. We'll try and get some more people later on. The excitement is there. People, especially for the first time voters, this is a unique experience, the experience of a lifetime, and that is why people tend to come early in the morning, usually in hot places like Hyderabad, Secunderabad, in Telangana, so that they do not have to come out later in the day when it becomes quite hot to in fact come out and wait in queues. Back to you, Preeti.
Akshay, all right. So you see that people are enthusiastic when we talk of this democratic process in Secunderabad. From here, I'll bring in Amit. Amit, you're there in Ujjain. Good morning, Amit. You're there in Ujjain. Let us understand the poll contest from you. Now, the city of Ujjain is, of political importance given the cultural, the political and the economic significance of the region. Let us understand more from you. How is the poll contest, shaping up there in the Ujjain division?
Well, Preeti, it's actually a fantastic day out here in Ujjain, and we are standing in the heart of the city. And this particular booth, Alag Dham Dharamshala, is the place where CM is also going to cast his vote. So we are expecting him anytime between 7:30 and 8 o'clock. And Ujjain primarily has been a very strong hold of BJP. If you look at 2019, Anil Fauzia, who is the BJP candidate, had won it. He's the sitting MP actually from this particular constituency, and he had won this seat by a margin of almost 4 lakh votes. So BJP has been traditionally very strong here, and it is expected that it's going to perform equally well this time as well. And Ujjain, of course, it's a very vibrant city. I mean, it is known for the Mahakal temple, which is the Lord Shiva's temple out here, and it is one of the cities which gets a lot of tourists throughout the year. So yeah, I mean, considering the fact that tourism infrastructure has always been a key issue out here, and BJP has been doing pretty well in terms of catering to the requirements of this city. Now, this is also, Ujjain again is one of the strongest seat out of the 8 seats which goes to poll out here today. And having said that, I must also point out that out of the 29 seats, the 8 seats which are going to poll today, in 2019, they were also won by BJP.
Right.
Now, there's only one particular seat, if I can give you an overall view of Madhya Pradesh, there's one particular seat that is slightly concerned for BJP. Rest, BJP seems to be doing pretty well and reaching out to the voters out here.
All right, Amit. From here, I'll bring in Yogesh. Yogesh, good morning. You're there in Pune. 11 seats in Maharashtra go to polls today, and Maharashtra has 48 Lok Sabha seats. This is the second highest after 80 in Uttar Pradesh. Let us understand from you what marks this particular fourth phase significant in the region. What is the poll contest? What are the highlights that we look forward to in Maharashtra in this phase?
A very good morning, Preeti. Very good morning to our viewers also. What makes this phase important? Let me tell you that particularly there are 4 constituencies in Pune. Because I am in Pune, there are 4 parliamentary constituencies in Pune. Coming to Pune city, apart from city, Baramati was also there, but Baramati polling was concluded in the 3rd phase. Apart from that, Shirur and Mawal, there are 4 constituencies. Apart from that, if you see this particular phase, broadly there are 11 constituencies, 298 candidates are in the fray. Coming to northern Maharashtra, yes, Nandurbar is going to play a very important role. Recently, we had seen the Prime Minister rally as well as the Priyanka Gandhi's rally also was there. Massive campaigning we had witnessed in northern Maharashtra. Coming to western Maharashtra, in western Maharashtra, Pune is very important. Shirur is very important because Shirur, the both factions of NCP is contesting against each other. Amol College is contesting from the NCP Sharad Chandra Pawar, and given the fact that NCP, because the western Maharashtra is considered as a bastion for NCP from the long time, all the cooperative sector, sugar belt, industries kind of thing we have witnessed here. Coming particularly to Pune, which is considered one of the IT cities. Urban apathy may be a concern, but yes, last time we had seen a good turnout. Today also we are one of the polling booth that is unique polling booth. You can see the arrangements are already made. A girl is already making rangolis, and the welcoming, basically, welcome vibes are there. Coming to center Marathwada, because center Marathwada like Jalna, where Rao Sahab Danve is contesting, it's also a very important constituency. Is coming to important candidate. Pankaja Munde is contesting from Beat. Pankaja Munde is important in this phase. Why? Because we had seen recently in Marathwada region, basically how Maratha reservation protest we had seen, and OBC versus Maratha, we had seen OBC versus Maratha kind of a situation here when it was announced that the Maratha quota reservation may be shared with the OBC. So that is also important constituency. Coming broadly to the preparations, yes, this phase, there are more than 2 crore voters who will cast their votes. There are more than 23,000 polling booths that have been set up. So in this particular phase, definitely the NCP and Shiv Sena are both strong regional parties that have recently split, and there are 4 regional parties now in Maharashtra, apart from main parties BJP and Congress. So this will be very interesting to see that who will prove their leadership and who will pave the way for the Maharashtra Assembly election, which is also due by the end of this year.
All right. So we'll leave it here. Thank you so much, all three of you, for joining in with those updates right in the morning. We'll come back to you again during the day. Thank you for joining in as of now. All right, getting you more on campaigning, which is continuing with the 5th phase of Lok Sabha elections, and it is scheduled for May 20th, and it is in full momentum. Political leaders are holding public meetings and roadshows across the nation. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will visit Bihar and Uttar Pradesh today. Prime Minister will also hold rallies in Bihar's Hajipur, Muzaffarpur and Saran. Later in the day, Prime Minister will hold roadshow in the holy city of Varanasi, and will also offer prayers at Kashi Vishwanath Temple in Varanasi. You're watching DD India Live. We're heading for a short break, but after the break, we get to the latest on former US President Donald Trump's hush money case, where Trump has pleaded not guilty to 34 felony charges. Heavy rains continue, causing severe floods in Brazil, ravaging the state of Rio Grande do Sul. Death toll rises to 143. Novak Djokovic knocked out of the Rome Open in the 3rd round.
We just don't bring you the news as it unfolds. We get to the heart of the matter.
We don't just present facts, we demystify complex social, political and economic events.
We break stories that shape the world's present and future, because you deserve the truth.
I am Tanvi Taneja from New Delhi.
I'm Ollie Barrett from London.
I'm Nick Harper from Washington, D.C.
Join us on DD India Global Monday to Friday at these times.
Hype versus facts. In-depth news and analysis with experts who will help you decide why this election matters. DD India is the main election headquarters with numbers most accurate, data most reliable, and viewership across the platforms. Stay tuned to the Great Indian Election only on weekdays at 8:30 p.m. IST and 1500 hours GMT.
DD India Live, and I'm Preeti. Let's get to international updates now. In a surprise move, Russian President Vladimir Putin has replaced Sergei Shoigu as the defense minister. Shoigu will now become the secretary of Russia's powerful Security Council, apart from taking up responsibilities for the military-industrial complex. Notably, Shoigu will be replaced by economist and former Deputy Prime Minister Andrei Belosov, as Moscow seeks to better utilize the defense budget. Shoigu has been a long-term ally of Putin. However, he had been battling criticism due to his handling of the Ukraine conflict. Let's get you updates on Israel-Hamas conflict now. Israeli forces pushed deeper into Gaza's southern city of Rafah on Sunday while battling Hamas in parts of North Gaza, where Israel military said the terrorists have regrouped. Israeli military spokesperson Admiral Daniel Hagari told reporters that Israeli forces are operating in Jabalia to prevent Hamas from re-establishing its military capabilities there. Israel sent tanks into eastern Jabalia on Sunday. The IDF says, in addition to Jabalia and Zitoun in Gaza City, Israeli forces are also operating in Al-Sabra, Beit Lahia and Beit Hanun. The Israeli army had claimed to have gained control of most of these areas months ago. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken has defended a decision to pause a bombs delivery to Israel over concerns that they could be used in the southern city of Rafah. Speaking to a news channel, Blinken reiterated the opposition to a major military assault on Rafah and said Israel has no credible plan for protecting civilians in Rafah. Blinken warned an Israeli attack could create an insurgency by failing to kill all Hamas fighters in the southern Gaza city. Israel has announced the opening of a new humanitarian aid crossing into Gaza. The IDF in a statement said that the crossing, called Western Erez, was opened in northern Gaza in accordance with the directive of the Israel government and in coordination with the US government. The statement further read that the crossing was established as part of the effort to increase aid routes into Gaza. The IDF in a social media post said that dozens of trucks of humanitarian aid were coordinated on Sunday from Port of Ashdod on behalf of World Food Programme Organization after undergoing security checks. In Sunday's Catalan elections, the Socialists of Spain emerged victorious with the largest percentage of vote, delivering a severe blow to almost a decade of separatist rule. With over 99% of the votes counted, the Socialists, led by Salvador Illa, occupied 42 seats in the 135-seat chamber. Hardline separatist group Junts came in second with 35 seats. An incumbent, more moderate separatist party, Esquerra Republicana de Catalunya, held 20 seats. Now, the socialist results are a positive sign of Spain's socialist Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez's controversial attempt to normalize relations with rest of Catalonia. Separatist government in Catalonia faces existential threat due to 2017 illegal independence referendum, which was Spain's worst institutional crisis.
Bona nit a totes I a tots. One of the most important and relevant factors leading to victory has been the policies of the Spanish government and in particular of Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez. Catalonia today has decided to start up to function with respect, courtesy and counting on everyone, and also with ambition to once again lead Spain economically.
Y también con ambición.
Former U.S. President Donald Trump's ex-lawyer, Michael Cohen, is set to testify in the hush money trial on Monday, where Trump is accused of falsifying records to conceal a payment to Stormy Daniels. Trump has pleaded not guilty to 34 felony charges. Thousands gathered in New Jersey to support the former president. Cohen is a crucial witness in the high-profile case. DD India's Sally Patterson reports for further updates on this trial.
Michael Cohen once said he would take a bullet for Donald Trump. Now he's the key witness in a trial which could see the former president jailed for years. The case is entering its fourth week, with several witnesses already taking the stand, including adult movie star Stormy Daniels. Last week, she took the jury through the sexual encounter she claims to have had with Trump, which he denies, and the money she said she was paid to keep quiet about it ahead of the 2016 presidential election. Cohen, Trump's former lawyer, allegedly paid her the $130,000 hush money payment. Prosecutors allege Trump then reimbursed him and filed that money as legal expenses, which they say was illegal. The former president has pleaded not guilty to 34 counts of falsifying business records and calls the trial a political witch hunt. Trump's team will likely try and undermine Cohen's credibility, as they have with many of the witnesses who've already taken the stand. They will also point to his criminal record. Trump has repeatedly called Cohen a convicted liar in the past. That's because Cohen already spent more than a year in federal prison for paying the hush money and committing other crimes. When he pleaded guilty to those charges, Cohen said he had paid the hush money at the direction of his former boss. And he told the judge, quote, "I feel it was my duty to cover up his dirty deeds." Sally Patterson in New York, reporting for DD India.
The death toll from heavy rains in Brazil's Rio Grande do Sul state rose to 143 as rains continue to pour in the state. Brazil's weather service, Metsul, called the situation extremely worrying. Another 125 people remain unaccounted for in the state, where rivers are reporting rising levels. The government announced around $2.34 billion in emergency spending to deal with the crisis that has displaced more than 538,000 people in the state out of a population of around 10.9 million. Brazil's president, Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, said that the state will rebuild what was destroyed. The state is at a geographical meeting point between tropical and polar atmospheres, which has created a weather pattern with periods of intense rain or drought. A magnitude of 6.4 earthquake struck near the coast of Chiapas in Mexico on Sunday morning. The country's disaster agency, CONRAD, reported structural damage in the region near the country's border with Mexico, including a landslide that blocked part of a road. The quake jolted the area with a depth of 75 kilometers. No tsunami risk has been issued. Two Austrian skydivers named Marco Fürst and Marco Walton Spiel became the first two people to successfully navigate a wingsuit flight through London's iconic Tower Bridge on Sunday. The duo leapt from a helicopter at 3,000 feet and flew across River Thames before navigating their flight through the bridge towers. After those adventurous heroics, let's turn focus to sports. Novak Djokovic was knocked out of the Rome Open in the third round on Sunday by Alejandro Tabilo in a stunning 6-2, 6-3 defeat for the 24-time Grand Slam champion. Chilean Tabilo earned the biggest win of his career by ending Djokovic's bid for a record-extending 41st Masters 1000 title in just over an hour. Tabilo is ranked 32 in the world, but was hugely impressive and claimed his first win over a top 10 opponent. The 36-year-old was eliminated 2 days after being accidentally struck on the head by a bottle as he signed autographs following his second-round win over Corentin Moutet on Friday. And back home, as India votes in fourth phase of general election, sand artist Doordarshan is trying his bit to spread awareness by creating sand artwork with the message, "Your vote is your future" at Puri Beach in Odisha. All right, with that, we end this edition of DD India Live. But let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. For those of you on the go, you can get all the latest news and updates from India and across the world on DD India mobile app. The app is available on both Android and iOS platforms. Scan the QR code up your screens to download now. We'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Preeti Kaur signing off, and from all of us here in Delhi, thanks for watching DD India Live.